Bandito Radio 112 FM, a streaming radio station for all toy enthusiasts, collectors, photographers, and customizers. Built to match your mood and passion. Music from hip-hop to country and all the rock in between with host Howlin' Jim Jackson. For a dose of the macabre, there's Myra's Morgue of Midnight Madness, featuring old-time radio dramas and Action Figure Frequencies, a radio podcast about all aspects of toys and toy collecting with your hosts, SKN's own Chet Maddox and Alexander Storm. Bandito Radio 112 FM. Available to stream now on Spotify, Podbean, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, and YouTube.
Well. Hey, it is a river and it is deep, and you're running on America's premium toy podcast.
That's premiere.
Premium. It doesn't matter. What does matter is that we're the sexiest damn podcast on the internet, and you're here and live with us tonight. We have got the show that you have been waiting for. This is our Toylanta 2025 recap. And yes, if you were there and you watched, you know we stream live. We were on the floor. We were there with technical difficulties and everything else. Hang back, because we'll be right back with even more information. And just like that, we are back. Thank you so much for being here. Again, we are Toy Box Chronicles, the sexiest place. I am your sexy, gorgeous host, Chet Maddox, along with one of the sexiest men alive. And you know that if you saw him in person, Mr. Alexander Storm, bringing in the thunder tonight. How are you doing? Fine, sir.
Going good, brother. Going good. It is nice to be home. My God, I just have this one bit of thing. If we could just talk about the Toylanta. First of all, if you're ever going to be disappointed in something, know that it will happen on the road to some place that you want to go. Two is that if anything's going to break your damn heart, it's going to drive through Oklahoma, because it is literally the Twilight fucking zone.
Yeah, it was nonstop. Hey, well, we got a lot we want to talk about. Let's hit up the whole fan club. I appreciate everyone here. We have Commander Bly, who has been looking forward to this, and so have we. We've been looking forward to you. We've only gotten to hear you be snarky over on the other cast. And Darth Moocher, good evening, fine fellow. Looking forward to seeing you on Sunday. Oh.
How's that possible?
Oh, what's up, Chet Maddox? How you doing, you sexy beast? Yeah, we're live, stupid.
Dr. Brentley.
Mr. Dr. Brentley.
Before you even start, we were all having fun this weekend. The guy that was dealing with most of the technical stuff back here in Los Angeles, trying to get the live streams and everything and trying to work. We were dealing with that crap in Toylanta. But Dr. Brentley, much props to you, brother. You busted your butt. And you dropped the golden mic in Duluth, Georgia, brother.
And we will be getting into that as well. We have Commander Bly. I'm not this bottle cap on the floor. That's not on the floor. And if you know what he's talking about, it means you watched After Dark, Toylanta 2025.
Crooked Smiles, who was another victim of the casualty of technical difficulties, but
he was.
He's gonna pop on because we got a whole bunch of stuff to do this week. And from there, of course, the man who really was kicking off and busting his ass and running around and doing all the things, and the man on the street, on the corner, whatever you're going to need it.
Yeah. Rad. Hey, let me tell you something. If you guys haven't had a chance to meet Rad, that's how I know you're saving money, because this guy can talk fucking money out of a bank vault. He was fantastic. It was great to have all of us there. It was great.
Yep. And popping in, who has, and I will say this too, has been giving us minute to minute ticker tape information the entire campaign. Have to give
Mythic Dolphin.
Big props to you. So I'm gonna tell you, Chet, I'm gonna let you read this because I do not have my reading glasses. I think I left.
I got you. I got you. Yeah. We got 7 a.m. 4022025. Beyithirr funded at 2620. One of the upgrades has been unlocked. Beyithirr Ash Skelly, I guess, unlocks at 3,380 to go. 87% Fiery Breath, 1,819 sold. Fully unlocked. Epic Wings at 1,394 sold, and it's fully unlocked. And I'm going to tell you right now, we had an opportunity to see that dragon. I did get some very high-res, crazy photos that will be showing up eventually here. And when I say high-res, I mean high-res, and it is unreal, the dragon. I'm impressed, sir.
I think Dr. Brentley put it up himself, also a video for that dragon that's floating around on us. I think it played, actually, if you watch the Toylanta live, he actually ran that live, but we'll actually have that thrown up on the channel as well, because wow, first of all, we got to speak to the 4 Horsemen.
We did.
First, no shade, some of the nicest individuals, down to earth and people in the toy industry. You almost didn't even know that they ran the company. They were so inviting, so giving of knowledge, so at the table. Normally those higher up guys, there's a bunch of other people there just kind of blocking them, but they were speaking to everyone. And in fact, I didn't even know there were a couple of the management staff of it. They were just seemed like guys who were working at the booth. So
yep, and we're excited too, because they are going to be jumping on the cast.
Yeah,
we are scheduling that out. They will be joining us on this cast. It'll be exciting, and hopefully, Mythic Dolphin, you can show right on up and hang out and chattery with us. It'll be fun.
So, Chet, before we get into everything, do you want to do a quick thank you to everybody that showed up, or do you want to wait till the end of the show and give the thank you?
No, I think I think I think there's going to be Thanksgiving throughout the entire show, because there was a lot that hadn't been talked about. There's a lot of people behind the scenes, and I think I want to get into a lot of the nitty gritty, because we're here to talk about Toylanta, what we got, what we took away, what's happening, some exciting news that came out that we kept under wraps. And if you watch Sarlacc Digest, you probably know what we're going to be talking about today later on, because we gave it to them to break, and I was excited about that. Yeah, I mean, where do we start?
Well, you know what? You can't have the Sarlacc Digest drop the mic and us not start off the show with dropping the mic. So you know what? You might as well. And this is the thing, that now what he saw was just the trailer, but we're going to give you a little bit of behind the scenes at the panel, which was David Vonner's panel. He introduced a whole bunch of, had our buddies from Odd Frog Entertainment that showed off the Bandito, the 112 Chop Shop Garage. Fantastic if you haven't seen that in person. Uru Toys. Oh, the Night Wolf. The Night Wolf was epic and everything. And then, well, watch it for yourselves.
Here, each one is different. Each one caters to a particular segment of the collector community and everything. And here we go.
This is the track. This is the track to start along this new line.
I don't know if the audio works.
Well,
It does. Check it out.
Hey, it works.
Alt 9 under our Garden team in collaboration.
There are legends that roam the seven seas. Introducing a new line of highly detailed 1/12 scale action figures and creatures. 7 pirate factions clash for dominance over the seven seas. And the dark secrets lurking beneath the waves. Treasure and glory await, but so do curses, monsters, and something far more sinister. Set sail for adventure. Face the unknown. Skull and Bones, Legends of the Seven Seas, from Vault 9.
Oh, it's like I accidentally wore the shirt tonight. Oh no! Oh no!
And I thought I'd go old school, but I do have it. Thank you, United States Postal Office, for delivering this late.
Yeah, that's fantastic. Yeah, thank you so much for doing that. Yeah, we are so extremely excited to be finally presenting this to everybody after almost damn near 2 years worth of work.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we've been sitting many nights, many days working through this. So we're excited. Are you sharing product drawing and or work sketches? I see what you did there. Okay, that's cute. Because you're so cute, yes, we will at some point, not right now.
But you know what? Commander Bly, for always being a supporter and everything, not just Darth Moocher, but Commander Bly. We will be sending you a special sneak peek that you NDA and everything signed. You will be able to see it first before anyone else. Thank you.
Yeah, no, we're excited for it. I think you'll get to see everything that's coming out, and we want to just set the precedent for you, the understanding. We are working as hard as we can to get this, to be able to at least start getting things in hand. Realistically, we're not really sure when that's going to happen. It may be towards the end of the year, it may be the beginning of next year. However, when you're dealing with the type that we are working with, we are all on the same page that this is not competition with Mythic Legions. It has nothing to do with being competition with Four Horsemen. They are one of the biggest reasons that inspired us to actually create the line. And our line is going to be, like it said, highly articulated, soft goods, regular goods, and some other stuff that we've been working on that I can guarantee you no other toy line does. And that's as much as I can say right now. But I do know that no other toy line does it because I personally have been doing the research on it for the past year and a half to make sure. So we're really excited to answer some questions. Guys, you can put the questions if you want. You can blinking eyes, who knows, maybe they're blinking, maybe they light up, I don't know. Yeah, it's gonna be awesome. I don't know. There's so much I want to say and I can't. Every time I go to talk about it, Mr. Storm hits me like a thunderbolt. And
this is the problem with NDAs and everything else. Believe me, we want to be very transparent with everyone, but there is legal stuff signed that for us, and I got to say, our legal department, I give them one credit, and people don't know, you better have a legal department. They allowed us last minute to rush everything through just for David Vonner's panel. We wanted to make sure it was presented. So there was a lot of people busting their butts all the way to the last minute to just get it. And I'm like, literally, it was like minutes before we supposed to go, because you literally see Chet hook it up to computer because all other things was like, it's the approval, you guys can do it, everything's good. And he was like, okay, let's go. So,
Yeah,
good
that
job,
was.
by the way, at the panel, brother. Good
Well,
job.
thank
Like
you.
Chet was the man out there. People were in awe of my brother right there. I give you credit for that, man.
You know, funny story. We joked about it,
Yeah.
but to answer your question that everyone's asking, I signed a total of 10 signatures at the convention for some reason. So, and one of them was for Commander Bly, that sexy beast.
Yeah.
What do we want to get into? What do
Hey,
we want to know?
let's well, first of all, everyone saw. If you haven't watched it, you should be watching the Toy Atlanta live stream because there was some
Yeah.
great stuff on that happened. First of all, had David Vonner sit most of the actual live stream of us when
Yeah.
it was working because we were supposed to do Friday, and they're just But hey, first of all, thanks to Brett, Chris, and
Yep.
Chris who run
Yep.
Toy Atlanta.
The
They
trio.
worked their butts off and
They
they
did.
made sure everything happened. Shame on you, Convention Center,
Yeah.
because it was that staff that kept all the Wi-Fi and all these things, just made it more complicated for the promoters
Yeah.
who were running around with their heads cut off. Man, they did a great job.
Yeah, they're going crazy.
One of the highlights I will have to say is one Mythic Legions had a table. Well, actually, I don't even know if you say a table because it was like a couch and everything. They had a space.
Yeah, they had a corner. They had like a corner. They had an end cap, let's say, which would be the equivalent of like 4 10x10 tables.
Yeah,
10
and
spots. And
that
and they used it very well.
that dragon, number one, the case that they had
The
was
dragon
no
in?
lie. That thing was like, it's not even like, most people compare it to aquariums, probably like three really good sized, huge aquariums. Like when you go to like any of the real
Yeah.
aquariums, like, we have the aquariums of the Pacific down here, it was huge. So that's what kind of shocked me because I know it's big, but yet when you see it in the awe, and one of the guys behind the counter was saying, and he broke this down, and it was like, this is what goes to show you just the crazy amount of detail. He said, as we were working on this, most people would not even care about the feet. Let me show you something. He picks up the foot of the dragon, and it's all sculpted underneath. And he
Yeah.
said, that's what kind of detail. We could have just done it flat, but this is what kind of detail it is. And I was like, wow, bro. That
Yeah.
was insane just seeing that.
Moocher, I will tell you that the videos do not do it justice. And like I said, I took my camera equipment specifically for the dragon, and I got some photos with a high definition macro crazy upfront stupid camera because I don't think that anything is doing it justice. And I tried to pick it apart, by the way. And I remember, Storm, I told you this. Like I took photos of it and I tried to get in there to see if I could find any flaws. And the fact that this is like a 3D version of it and it's not like the real quote unquote one yet. I mean, it was amazing. I was excited. But hey, this kind of just leads us, and for those of you that are typically used to us having any kind of assets or anything up here, we decided that we didn't want to do them tonight because this is more of conversation. Want to go through everything, and as we're talking, we want to do some of the things that we were able to get. I have one thing that I'm extremely excited that I got that I'm going to talk about at the end, but we are on 4 Horsemen. And I know you have it, and I have it, and Rad has it, and I have a bunch of 4 Horsemen things. So why don't you, sir, reveal the Atlanta 2025 4 Horsemen exclusive and give us some little backside of that?
I'm gonna give you the backside. I have to explain it like this because this is most appropriate. Remember in the Matrix when Morpheus is sitting down, he said, "I can't explain what the Matrix is. You just got to see it for yourself."
Yeah.
I can't explain the detail of 4 Horsemen. It's something you just got to see for yourself. And we were able to score ourselves AT25, and like,
You got to go down more. Go down. Go down.
you got it. Can you see it? Can you see it? Do more.
Come forward. Come forward. Come forward.
Okay.
No.
Well, you talking about the name?
Yeah, we want the name first.
Yeah, you know what? Actually, hold on. Let me see if I can glare out some of this lighting.
If you
right
can,
here.
I can also always zoom in, but this is good right now.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, because he's all right. Let's see, maybe all right, maybe do something like that where you get to see him.
Yeah, that's good.
First of all, my God, this is an. I will tell you, this is one of those. I'm not quite always an in box collector anymore, but damn it, I ain't taking this out the box. This the display itself, it's just so well, but yet also the amount of detail on the box, and they actually give you a nice little write up on the side that explains their thought process into making the figure, and it's really detailed, incredibly smart and just forgiving. And then they've got a big giant shot of him in the back, and then
Yeah.
on the side another just a little bit of insignias and everything else of that. But uh, this is, when people try to complain and say, "Oh, well, it's a 6-inch figure,"
I wonder if I.
can you, yeah, I know that's the should have had the production version of it. This is what happens when you drive back in town.
Yeah.
But as you can see, I think I can off the glare. And I'll
I
try to do
mean,
my best.
what'll happen is I'll open this up because I know everyone wants to keep them in box, but I open things. So
Yeah, well, I'm not gonna do that right there. But
yeah, I know.
uh,
I know.
this was fantastic, just fantastic, and everything. And I know a lot of people were clamoring for these, and it's worth the purchase. Just the articulation, the detail, the accessories alone. Uh,
Yeah,
this was the
it's a good
highlight for me.
it's a good looking figure. They had him outside the box so you could look at him.
Yeah.
And Commander Bly says, "Are you opening those exclusives or keeping them mint in box?" So I think between Rad and Storm, we have enough mint in box, and I feel like this deserves to be out of box. So I am going to be the one to open mine and take it out of the box. I have a very hard time keeping mine in boxes.
So.
Another thing that hit up for Mythic Legions.
Mhm,
This is one that they do, I think, at a few different ones.
mhm.
Um,
Ah,
is this little guy? I don't know if you can see.
yeah. I have a like I
Let's
said
see if we can
again.
make it. Let's see if we can make it brighter.
There you go.
I don't know. I don't know if
Yeah,
this is brighter or not. Can you see that?
I can see it a little bit. Yeah. Oh, I can see it. I can see it look pretty well. Like I said again, it's our glares of computers. We didn't think.
Yeah,
We,
I didn't think about this.
we didn't think about the scenario of that.
So I got that one, and then the other thing that I got that I was really excited about that I didn't know they had.
Hmm. Oh yes. Now this was actually because we were sitting there, and I was debating those figures. You actually pulled
Yeah.
the trigger on them, which is not surprising if you know Mr. Maddox. He is always going to be one of those people that's a trendsetter. And as soon as he did that, he said, "There's one last set," and some other guy went by and he looked at Chet and he was like, "I better get this now."
Well, and to be fair, too, he did that
Yeah.
because I actually had them both in my hands.
Yeah, he did. He did. And the guy
Yeah.
was like, he said when he mentioned, "Hey, this is the last set," the guy was like, and he had a look and he looks at me, he goes, Chad Maddox was, he said, "Hey, Alex, do you want one?" And the guy just immediately like, "I'll take them." It's like, so you
Yeah,
did a
they
sale while at the
I did
at the Horsemen booth.
anything I touch goes to gold. That's basically how this works. No, I haven't opened the box on these ones yet. I got a lot of stuff out to unbox,
Yeah.
and you can tune into our channel. There will be the unboxing. The unbox series actually starts up again very soon. But we have been busy, and now everyone kind of knows we've been busy with. So that's gonna start. But the figures that they do to Nubis was
Oh yeah, yeah,
it was unreal. So the set was 130. So that was
yeah.
really cool.
Really cool, really nice. Hmm. It
Uh,
said how long will be home? About what, 12, 14 hours?
So yeah, so 9 o'clock tonight, Pacific Standard Time will be 24 hours.
Exactly.
We finished up on Sunday, got in the car, started driving on Monday,
Yeah,
and then got home yesterday.
yeah.
So and that was nonstop. We drove nonstop, by the way.
Yes, yes. Then a couple of key things. The one aspect of the convention I thought was really cool. Toy collector, which from what I understand, they did an announcement that toy collector is now going to be distributed worldwide. So it came out these nice little bags, and these bags came in handy actually. I saw a lot of people using them, especially to put their iron figures and everything that they did in. And then from there, they gave you a copy of the Toy Collector magazine. And you know what? I don't know about you, man. It's been a while since I've seen like an actual magazine that I've actually read, and mostly it was like back in the day I was like Wizards, or like I think they also had the Wizard also had the Toy Wizard. It was a different kind of magazine. So I haven't read magazines in a while. This was just a nice blast to the past, kind of like the way we used to take toys and everything instead of reading all our stuff online. So, if you want to check it out, I would tell everyone check this out, or our buddies over on the Skeleton Tomb, and make sure that Legion magazine. Magazines are
Legion
making a
magazine's
comeback.
coming soon. Yeah,
They're making
they
a
are.
comeback. Anything else? We'll go. Well, we got a whole bunch of items, man. So
Yeah, I mean, we got a lot to go through. We're really excited about some partnerships that are coming up.
yeah,
We can't say anything yet, and no, we're not those make it up type of people. We definitely have some partnerships coming up. We can announce one. If you guys follow him, Deadly Diorama is now a partner with SKN and Odd Frog, and we are working on something with Deadly heading the realm, and myself actually. We're kind of taking over this project. This is a group project for the group and the collective of Odd Frog and SKN and Volt 9 Media. But we're excited about that. That is one that we can definitely say is going. I was on the phone this morning with Deadly, just talking through some logistics. But there's already partnerships and licensing stuff that we're talking about as well. So
true.
Crooked.
So true. Deadly
Yeah.
does some amazing stuff. Look, first of all, not only does he do amazing things, he is just an amazing person to spend a weekend with.
Oh,
Wow. Blew my mind,
like,
man.
yeah,
We
and
immediately had to make an offer before the end of the convention. Like,
yeah,
no, this
him
has
and
to be done.
I basically became best friends.
Oh, wait a minute, man. I thought that was you and I.
No,
What the
we
hell
are.
is
You
this?
and I are best friends. I said
Wait a
that's
minute,
why
I
we
said we
basically
became best friends. What are we talking about here, man?
no. That's why
Let me
no.
call start having him do Toy Chronicles.
No. Hey, listen. I said we basically became best friends. I didn't say we were. That's you and I. Okay, I know my place. Jesus.
No,
hey, but I want to talk about one
jump
that's
in line,
awesome
brother.
though.
You can jump in line. Yeah, what's going on?
Yeah. No, he's got to just pass the interview process. Hey, look, so there's one toy line. No, I'm not. No.
Yeah.
No.
I think he
No.
is, Commander.
No.
Thank you for bringing this up, man.
Nope. Hey, there is one toy line that I want to talk about, and this guy is amazing.
I know who you're going to talk about.
You do know who I'm talking about. And
Yes.
look, this is a size of toys that I am all about if it's done right. And this is going to be a problem for me. And that, my friend, is, do you know?
Oh, I know. Believe me, man. He was the other person that stole Toylanta.
So this is Grindhouse Toys, and I just want everyone to see. This is Necromancer. I don't know if you guys have seen it. These are from his previous version. He is going on Kickstarter. June 5th is when the Kickstarter happens again. But I just want everyone to see this. I mean, come on.
Yeah, presentation wise, it's beautiful.
Yeah, it doesn't get any better than this. But I look it. And then it says on the side, it's like Necromancer, and his booth was a recreation of like a smaller version of Blockbuster.
Yeah.
And he had a TV there that had a built-in VCR, and he had all the VHSs stacked up.
Wow.
And I can say that the thing that Deadly and I are working on will first be seen with Grindhouse Toys. So, man, look. It was probably one of the most fun booths to go to, man.
Yeah. Eventful because you literally, and here's the smart thing about it. He had, because they say you get in when you fit in. He had the side angle cut, not even like a full booth. He was just at like a cut diagonal version of it. So small, and it's all these videotapes behind him. And at first it looked like it's like, it reminded me of like in the days of San Diego Comic-Con when you used to buy like bootleg videos from that guy that was there. That's exactly what it looked like, but it was like, "Oh, no, these are toys," and I was like,
Yeah.
"Oh," packaging wise, I literally dug out a VCR this past weekend. He did too.
Yeah.
Professor Zoom, what's going on? I saw his display on the floor and it looked so sick. I'm definitely gonna support.
Yeah.
It is worth the support. Wow.
Okay. Side story. Chris is awesome.
Yeah.
I told him, I said, "Hey, I noticed you sold out of all the necromancers,
Mhm.
but I noticed also, because I'm very sharp on noticing things, that you have not sold out of your display, and I would like to buy that." And I will give him props. Okay, he said, "Come back on Sunday and let's talk because I like it." And I said, "Sounds good." I went back on Sunday. He wanted to keep it, but I was going to put it literally right next to my Street Fighter cab.
Yeah.
Look, Grindhouse Toys, they killed it. I want to thank him.
Yeah.
He's doing really well. It's 1/18 scale if you don't know. And his is going to be hitting on Kickstarter, and I want to encourage everybody to go back that, because his wave one, like, just go try to find Grindhouse Toys on eBay. You're going to be paying like $240, and he only did a few so far, but this new line he had there was fantastic. So
Oh, yeah, yeah. Yeah.
make sure you go check that out. Yeah.
One of the things that was a killer is when you came up, because first Deadly comes up with one, then you come up with one. And then by the time I got there, it was like, sort of, I was like, "You son of a, oh my goodness." Like, you got to be quick at these conventions. But
Yeah.
some of us had to watch. We were like doing things in like shifts because we had to be at the table at
Yeah.
least with all the equipment. And it's like, okay, boom. I was like, all right, well, but then, again, you can't be too greedy at these conventions either. But yes, 1/18th. I think it's incredibly intelligent stuff that he did. A couple of key things. Let's see. I've got your Devastator somewhere around here. So somebody was
You
out
do.
just 100% old school, just looking for G1s.
So yeah, shout out to him. His name is Sean, and he was in one of the rooms that was upstairs, and
Yeah,
I believe his company is called Mega Prime Collectibles or something, that, or Prime Mega, or so anyways, one of those. But his name is Sean, and he's great. He was cash only, and I was upset about that.
yeah.
But Deadly was like, "Hey, I got you," and then I got to send him money, which reminds me. So you all witness here, I'm going to be sending him money. But yeah, I got a G1 Devastator, and what was awesome about this, which was the
Yeah.
exact reason why you don't find this in bigger conventions. I saw it out on the table, and it was one of the cleanest Devastators I had ever seen.
Hmm.
And I picked it up, and the guy's like, "Oh, do you like that?" I said, "Oh yeah, but the arm's like loose." And he's like, "Oh, well, I have like 6 more. I could just put together like the best one for you." And I was like, "I'm sorry, you have 6 more?" So I came back on Sunday, and he had put one together, and I still thought that one of the arms was a little loose. And I'm telling you, it's
Yeah,
not
it's
even
clean.
sun faded.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, yeah.
there's nothing faded about it. He gave me a
Mhm.
great deal on it. Told him I wouldn't say how much I paid for it. He is fantastic. So
Yeah, yeah.
shout out to Sean.
Mine too. Hold on. Yeah, you're right, Commander Riley. Devastator is gold. Now, I will tell you, it is. This was the cleanest G1 I've seen out of package in a very long time. I'm talking about like almost zero scuffs, anything. It was almost mint, man. I don't know what whoever had that previously before took extreme care of it. So,
Yeah.
I cannot imagine that being outside in somebody's backyard. Let me grab this right quick. Hold on.
Yeah. So no, it was great. There was a lot of really cool things happening in the side rooms and the shows. They were, they had some really cool collectors there, and some independent toys that were popping up just to kind
Yeah.
of get their name out there. It was cool, man. I had fun.
Here's one thing that I wanted to show. Because this is just like, if you did watch the Toy Atlanta After Dark on the channel, And there was a gentleman that they just grabbed him off of the outdoor corridor, and like I said, something on my glasses, Mr. Thomas Fogger. He has a company called
Yeah.
Carolina Laser Cuts. And it's if you want to be in GI Joe, you want to be in any of your favorite, have like badges and IDs and everything. He just did this thing that was really cool. Talked to him, and we said we're going to promote it. He cut that for us, and he was the one that coined this term, because we always said we're America's podcast, and he was like, "No," and he used the bottle cap reference. And I was like, right here, I'm gonna just put it up, and he goes, "From this point on, you guys should be known as," I put it in, so this is what I'm gonna call you guys, America's premier toy podcast. And it was just such a beautiful thing that he walked up just the next morning and he said, "Hey man, it was just nice sit down and talk with you guys." But he's gonna, anytime that he's gonna go to a convention, he's gonna let us know. He's gonna send information, and we're gonna let you guys know, because this guy is just driving around the country basically on a dream, and he does great work, and we're gonna support him as much as possible, because he's the type of people we want at these events.
Yeah. He was great. Him and I connected over the really crappy Wi-Fi that was happening. He came over. He's like, "Are you having issues with Wi-Fi?" I was like, "I sure am." And at that time, we had already been talking to Chris and everybody to try to get everything working, which they did fantastic. But ultimately, it was the convention center's issue, which is funny because on the last day, they magically were able to run a cable.
Yeah. And actually, Quicker Smile says something that's actually pretty good. He said I wanted to try some at Moonshine. If you watched the Toyland After Dark, you did not, because what we showed you was all legally what we could do. Because after that cut, we could have not filmed that. There would have been people that would have been just disowned by family members. But
Yeah.
No. But actually, funny thing was Ace from Ramen Toys, which shout out to Ace and everything else. And Ace was cool all weekend. Ace tried moonshine for the first time.
He did try moonshine, but we all got him to try moonshine. Look, hey, I know there's a lot of things happening in the community, whether it's like toxic or there's just trash happening, and we are on a mission to build it back to the community that it needs to be. And we've done this before as a group, myself and Dr. Brentley and Rad. And this is something that was passionate for Rad. He wanted to do. And we thought, hey, what better time than now to launch it? So any like major convention that goes on for maybe like 2 days or at least more than a day, unless we can figure out how to do it for the day. That's when we're going to have our After Dark series. And that's something that happened. And really it's open to anybody. And we told everybody, keep it, keep it cordial, but be yourself. We don't really care about cussing. So yeah, we will say that there's a lot of extended use of words and things in there, but the community, I don't know about you, Mr. Storm, but for me, like just the community that was happening during that, and just to hear the collective and hey, shout out to my boy Mega J. Okay. Mega J Retro was the GOAT of the night.
Yeah.
That man had such a passion for anybody that wanted to get into it, for anybody that was doing anything on YouTube or anything toy related. And man, he poured his heart out, and that guy, look, if you watch Mega J Retro, none of his videos express what a rad dude that is. Even outside. So I'm just letting Mega J know now. If you need anything, or we see you at convention and you need help with anything, it's like you don't have to pay for it. We're there. We will get what you need. We will find what we need to happen. Someone's giving you a hard time, we'll take care of that too. Don't worry about that. You are one stand-up dude, and that is really hard to find in the current state of the toy community. And so, man, Mega, I don't know if we got to really say it, but you impacted a lot of people during that. And it was an honor and a pleasure to just be in there and witness it live. And I want to thank everybody that agreed to be in that video. to go up on the channel so that you could see the backside of what's going on in the toy community. And hey, as we, we between the four of us here at SKN, we've made it a concerted effort that we are going to be trying to get to as many shows as we can, especially if they're in California. And I know there's talks about possibly going to Texas and even back to Georgia. So we're just trying to figure it out. I mean, all that takes money, so that's definitely something we have to take into account. But yeah, it was so much fun to have After Dark.
I will tell you there were people there, and I think somebody really said, and I've been hearing this lately. A lot of people use that word community. They want to slander it on one side, and people are like, they want to joke about, I hate this community in situations, and that's not always the case. I'll just say that it's just basically a passion of people that was there. Every tuber that I met at Toylanta, not the tubers that went over to WonderCon, the more corporate one. This was the one where if you were about toys, you were in toy. 4 Horsemen were there in Toylanta. Fresh Monkey Fiction was there in Toylanta. It was about being with people that love what you do. I saw Jay from Geek Dad's Life stop by. Wonderful guy, really just spoke well. Pixel Dan popped into a live stream, and Pixel was smiling and happy and very accessible. They had our new buddies, man, in every possible way. And these guys were the raddest guys that outside, because I think we're pretty awesome. But if you're gonna take it to another level, the Purple Gang, Jordan,
they're so
and
awesome.
Dan, just
those
the
guys,
most entertaining and real and just truly great people. Was
and
this weekend.
And a breaking news, we are bringing the Purple Gang on to Bandito Radio 112 FN, and they're going to be a Toy Box Chronicle production on the Bandito Radio. So we're excited for that. Those guys,
great hearts, man.
Those guys are awesome.
Yeah.
Those guys are really cool, man. We want them on there. It's gonna be good.
Yeah. Also, here's this guy right here that says nice and everything else. That was very impressive. We had him pop in because we wanted to get Tommy and a bunch of other guys on live stream, but technical issues be down with Wi-Fi in Georgia. But Darth Moocher was able to pop on, and he was having just about as fun as everyone. So our brothers over at Starlight Digest podcast, wow, man, it's like when you again, if people want to talk about toxicities and everything else like that, if you want to find that, it's easy to find. But if you want to find all the good and decent and people that just sit around, love to talk about toys, have a same passion as you, Toylanta is one of those shows. And just like SoCal Joe Show, just like Robo Toy Show, there's so many great people that you meet at these events that neutralizes any of the ones that might be toxic or just want to get something for the clicks and likes and things. It was just a fun weekend overall. I would do it, and here's the point. People said, well, would you drive again, or would you fly again, or would you do? I would do it whatever with train, plane, automobile. I don't give a damn by boat.
Absolutely.
I would actually go back to that event, man.
Yeah, I would, man. There's so much more we need to talk about.
I know. Wow.
But we also have a lot of announcements we got to do. We want to thank everyone so far for being here. All 110,000 of you watching live, we thank you for being here. Want to remind you that you could subscribe for free today. We're taking away the payments on that. If you're not yet a member, you can sign up on there. It is 99 cents, so you can go ahead and sign up on there. And you do get to see Toy Box Chronicles action figure frequency. You get to see the recordings that we do because we still needed to get the recording done. So you see the visuals instead of just the audio. And then I'm excited about this, but for those of you that have been following for a long time, we do have a segment that we have been building in the background. And Meeks, who is in the channel, is the head of our gaming division. And that is going to start to show its head on the network. And that is Joystick Junkies. And Meeks had to decided that in order to keep up with what he needed to keep up with, he got some equipment. So we've been working all that out. We're really excited to be launching the gaming division of the Shadow Nose Network because it is something that I know personally, knowing Meeks for years. This dude is passionate about gaming. And honestly, like people have tried to pay him to get reviews because, for those of you that don't know, Meeks also is a name in the convention industry, and he's been in the gaming industry for a very long time. Has a lot of Discord knowledge. Who has helped build out the Discord and is running the Discord. But look, Joystick Junkies, what we have lined up and what's been recorded, what's coming, it's going to be awesome, and it is different. So the format is different. I want to bring that out there. It's not a version of long form. While we will do a long form show once a month, the Joystick Junkies is 3 minutes or less, and it's short form. So that's how you'll suck all that knowledge in. Yeah, I'm excited. And obviously, like we said, hopefully our goal here is for the month of April. We do have some really good people lined up to be on the show. I know Ace is coming back on the show. We had dinner with Ace. The dude, man, I love that guy. He's fantastic. It was great. We got to talk. It was great seeing Ace and the Odd Frog dudes talk and work through ideas and what could change about the toy industry. And I mean, Storm, you're the one that knows and tracks the calendar with DJ. So what do we have kind of lined up for the month of April?
Well, first of all, actually, here's the funny thing about it is that if anybody's done any interaction with our social media, everyone knows the DJ is the guy, but DJ is getting ready to go to college. So,
Yep.
pretty soon DJ's transitioning. Hard worker, he came to us. I don't know where he wanted an opportunity and chance. Just an overall great guy. So DJ will be a little bit frequent. I think we've assigned some new people that will be popping on and doing that for us.
Yeah. So DJ ultimately, I think DJ's last. I think this is his last month. I think is what was said, because he's got to get ready for the next semester or season of college, whatever it is. But he may pop in every now and then to do some things. But we asked him if he wanted to come on the show. He can't do it just for the nature of what he's going into school for, which is fine. But so April is the last month that if you interact with us, DJ will be leaving, and we will be holding a farewell tour for DJ. But he's been great. He is literally the person that has gotten all of our fantastic guests on the show.
Absolutely great. From Sergeant Bananas on down. Professor Zoom asked, and he said, I'm new to the channel. Hope you subscribe, sir.
Welcome.
How often do you guys go live? We go live on Wednesdays, 7 p.m. Pacific time, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And on Fridays, the show's called Pixel, Plastic, and Ink. It's myself, Mr. Maddox. We've also got over there Rad and Dr. Brentley. So you get Wednesdays and you get Fridays, sir. So, definitely set your notification bells, because I set mine. They constantly get unset.
And Friday's podcast does include toys, but it is mostly pop culture related. So movie news, TV news, comic book, anything news in the entertainment industry. And then there are other times we go live. We try to go live as much as possible.
Yeah.
But thank you for joining the channel. If you were part of the channel prior, the Toylanta, we actually you can go back and check our live stream of the festival. We were live streaming at the table, but we had Rad and a few other people's like on the floor. We can cut to them, and they will show you the floor. So we're actually in talks with other conventions. We were asked to do some more live coverage of other conventions. So we're really excited about that. And Commander Bly said, is Saturday still Feet Pick Share Day? Yes, it actually is still Feet Pick Share Day.
But
and
also,
be on the lookout for Commander Bly's post in our social post on YouTube. It's going to be fantastic.
Also, Saturday's the day for our new buddies over there on the Purple Gang. They are doing their annual after Toylanta, and we're going to pop in for that. But Commander Bly, hey, see the director, how you doing, sir? What's up, everyone? It's been a minute, but good to catch the stream. So much good toys and deals out here everywhere. Is it not, sir?
Yeah.
Is it not?
It is getting good. Hey, real quick, that's a great segment. I paid CS, the director, to say that so I could segue into what I think is probably my favorite thing that I picked up at the convention.
Okay.
And you guys know we showed you the stuff that we got so far, but I didn't show you this. Do you know what it is, Mr. Storm?
Your favorite thing? I don't know because it changes so often, bro.
What?
I said your favorite thing changes so often. It's
It
grails, it's
does.
everything else. So I
It does.
I
But
can't tell you.
no, but this one,
Okay,
okay, this
I've
is
seen
one
the
of my
little top of it.
favorites.
I know what it is.
Yeah, this is one of my favorites because it is one of the hardest things to find. My Pet Monster, the dog, Rark. Look at it in all its glory. This thing is epic. Hold on, your eyes are all messed up. Look, I love My Pet Monster. It was like my jam. But like, do you see this? You looked at me funny when I showed up with this too. By the
Yeah,
way,
well, first of all, you said his eyes were funny. I thought he had some of that moonshine the other night. So I was like,
no, he did. He
oh,
did have some of the moonshine the other night. Hey, but this is when they made toys really good.
they did.
And like, I mean, he could like bark. Could do whatever he wants. If you guys don't know about My Pet Monster, I don't know what to tell you. This is probably the best thing ever. I was so excited. These are so hard to find.
Yeah.
And when I found this, you saw me coming back and you're like, why is this dude smiling this big? And I was like, because I found this.
That had me. Well, actually, again, it was a weekend of several smiles. It was Devastator. It was that. It was every time I turned around, there was a smile on this man's face because it was like one after another. They had some great vendors there that were selling fantastic toys all over the place. And you know what? The prices wasn't crazy. I didn't hear of any yeah, again, I didn't hear of any craziness on when it came to people over gouging and everything. There were a lot of vendors that were really there to just get products that people loved in people's hands, kind of like our buddy Richard or KS Collectibles does.
Yeah.
Some people go in there trying to do that secondary market stuff, and some people just want to put things into people's hands that want to appreciate it.
Yeah. I think I know where I'm going to put this one, by the way.
Oh, I pretty much know. He's got to sit right next to the other My Pet Monster. I knew that was coming. Especially just have a little director's chair.
Yeah, he's gonna. I mean, this one's so hard. The other one, my final one that I need is the football guy, and one dude had the guy there, but he wanted like $400 for it, and that's not gonna happen.
And Meek says no Frankenstein prices. Well, there were some high items that really deserved that, but one of the cool things that even Vonner stated that was out of nowhere, and I did not have time, and it damn near broke my heart. They had a $6 million man, just an entire booth and table. This guy,
the whole booth,
and I could not get down there, and it broke me because it's one of my favorite characters. I could not get down there, damn it! So that's why I got to go back. I'm hoping they come back. And Commander Bly said ICCC is like that for Star Wars vendors, and Tommy has been telling me how well that event is, and that might be something that we might have to do, man. And actually, see, the director says, why are those monsters so popular and rare? I see them a lot, but I've never been into them.
Yeah, so really, they kind of like kick-started a lot of the idea behind like really well-built plush. They're from Am Toys, and when you look at them, they're soft goods, but they also incorporate like rubber and like different materials all over the place. And My Pet Monster was massive in the 80s, and it had a cartoon that went along with it too, but it was short-lived. The thing that's even more rare than the My Pet Monster you see on the Street Fighter arcade and the other one that I got, the Rourke the dog, is the PVC vinyl toys. And I will show that next week because I think I have two of them. I might only have one. But you should watch the cartoon if you haven't seen it. The cartoon is awesome.
No.
I like it. So
here's a person breaking in because my AKA I'm called the toy broker, but damn it, Crooked Smiles right here. So I'll call my buddy in Florida. I think he has the football guy.
This guy. This is the problem with Richard is he spends my money so fast. So if you guys see this is like the one thing I needed from a mask collection, Boulder Hill. And I was in Georgia at the time, and we got done. And then Richard told Alex, was like, hey, I'll just hold mine for Chet when he comes and moves back to California.
Yeah.
And sure fucking enough, I showed up and Richard took my money and I took home his Boulder Hill.
Yep. Richard is the plug, Commander Blythe.
Richard is a plug. Yeah,
And I would tell you so too. Like when you're talking about the good people in the community, Richard is as well. We appreciate it. But like while he's already working, I might have to give that nickname up to Toy Broker. They may have to go ahead and
I think it's gonna have to. Yeah, I think it's gonna have to go to Richard.
I think it is.
And for those of you who don't know, you can actually find Richard on one of. Look, I know that I'm part of like SKN. Okay, and I told you this, and I'm going to tell Richard this now for the first time.
Breaking news.
But Richard co-hosts with Mr. Storm, the Tribunal. And for those of you who don't know what the Tribunal is, you need to watch it. It is basically just history of G.I. Joe on whatever topic they decide to go on. I know they've done the original 13. They did the mailways. And that is becoming probably, honestly, one of my favorite shows on the channel. And that is weekly. It does come out. I watch that, and there's things in there that I just don't know, and it brings back memories. And I was like, oh, shit, I remember that, And so it's great. I'm trying to figure out what show we can produce that hits another toy line like that. So I don't know. Maybe I'll grab Solo. Maybe we'll talk through some Mask.
That would actually, with that coming up, that would be kind of cool. We actually had Scott Solo pop on to the Melloway Joe one, and he was fantastic. It was like him and Richard the whole show. It was like one grill after another. It was just mic dropping both back
Hey,
and
if someone
forth.
wants to pay $1.99 to kick this guy out of the chat, it is way better than this show.
Hey, you know what? Here's the thing. Wait a minute. Hold on. I'm going to give Commander Blythe some crap on this because remember, you put your face on the internet now. So you're over on Tommy's channel over at Blitz Transmission.
Oh, yeah.
If you want to rag and give some really bad comments to him, just stay away. Go over there and check out that video. It's actually pretty damn good. I will give credit. Him and Tommy are fantastic with it. So, man, we appreciate all the... And, I love passionate people, man. It makes the show worth going. We got a bunch of other stuff. We got some stuff from Ollie's that was fantastic and everything. And we're always ragging, and I had to do this, man. We're always ragging about Mattel, about the Hammond collection. And I thought just going to Ollie's, there's no way I could walk out of there without picking up an actual Ollie's special, which was the Ian Malcolm character from the Hammond collection. It is for a whole look, I don't know if I overpaid for it, but it's $4.99. But I had to do it because we give this line so much crap. I have to do it. It will go on the case. There's all the cases all messed up over here because the Robin Racer is in a photo shoot someplace.
It is in the photo shoot. And hey, my final reveal that I'll be doing an unboxing of, and I talked to Ace about this, and there is a high probability he'll be using Studio 112 effects for his toy shoots. But I got it.
Yes.
I got it. Well, this is one of two. This is the Raider version, which is the Punisher. So, Richard from KS Collectibles, I'm going to need you to finish that container.
He just said your custom is finished, sir. Breaking news.
Breaking news. All right, I got that. Well, guess what? I'm going to be bringing a van over to have you customize it for Punisher. After I do the unbox, we're going to unbox this one and see how that goes.
So we know Commander Blythe's going to be jumping off and heading over to the Starlight Digest podcast. We're going to run just a tad bit late because we always do truth comparison. We didn't think this whole Toylanta thing was going to go on. Last reveal of the night is Bucky's. The beaver nuggets are fucking fantastic, bro.
Are you already eating those? Yeah. Hey, we didn't show you, but next week you'll see our other Ollie's pickup.
Yeah. But look, truth and advertisement, and we got to definitely do truth and advertisement. Let's talk about the Marvel fan stream, and we were watching this as we were driving when they dropped this, and we almost damn near crashed. See it, and Vonner said something, and David Vonner, shout out to David Vonner, the smartest man. If you got a weekend, you got 5 minutes, whatever, you can spend time with him, you'll learn so much more. But he said the one thing, and after he said it, I could literally stop thinking about this because he was like, why do they make so many damn Spider-Man toys? And all they ever do is Spider-Man. And then what happened though, as we were driving to Fan Street, it was Spider-Man, Spider-Man, I was like, he is right. And it was so apparent. And I was like, yeah, I thought this last fan stream was a tad bit, I will say, not throwing real bad shade at these guys. I thought it was very lazy from the Marvel Legends team.
I remember the one thing I told you is I said, look, I love the Marvel Legends team.
Yeah.
Okay. This isn't shade on them.
Yeah.
I was asking why they cut back on budget so much they couldn't give them damn mics. It's like they mic'd up. It's like they mic'd up the room. Look, the other issue I have is please Marvel Legends team, stop with Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Just stop. Give it some time. Give it a rest. You know, like don't try to get the whole relationship done in 1 year versus like a lifetime. Like just stop. Like we haven't even gotten all the Gamerverse Spider-Man yet. We haven't gotten not everyone's gotten Maximum Spider-Man. And then you say that everyone wants Spider-Man 3 emo boy, and no one does actually. Nobody does, to be honest with you. It's just a lot. Okay.
And you know what? I was watching the Skeleton Tomb before we got on, and they were laughing their butts off with they said the emo Spider-Man 3 character, and they were having fun with that. And then once they said that, I said he said it looked like what I think Corey Feldman or one of them, but not as cool as him. And I was like, wow. See, the director also states that the Ross and Ollie's are heating up again. Imagine
they are.
that the holiday season this year is going to have. I've heard there was a nasty rumor about Ross, so let's hope that's not true. But it was popped on. It wasn't like April Fool's Day when I saw this, so I'm thinking it might be true. But Ollie's might be our last and only option for discount stuff, and I'm glad I went to one. You see it at Don's in the back, the Bucky's thermal and the Ollie's. It was cool to go in there if you have a chance to whenever you're at and there's Ollie's there, stop, and it's a fun place. It's worth it. We've got some great graphic novels too. I did not know. Chad did not tell me that. I thought it was more toys, but that was kind of cool. But yeah, no. As we were looking at this, the Maximum Hulk. We got to talk about this, man. The Maximum Hulk. All right, for you just to come through with the design, and he could just touch his hands. He can slap his hand together. I didn't see anything that was better than the Marvel Select version of that character. I love the Hulk. I love a lot of the work they did, but if it's just a selling point to just give him a better articulation, I didn't know what made him Maximum on this. Spider-Man, I saw. I didn't think that this was 2 extra heads, a set of hands, a couple of missiles, and some blast effects. Did not in any way, to me, think that this should have been like, Maximum. Standard release, yes. But I can't agree with this one, Chet.
Yeah, it's rough.
Yeah.
I just don't know.
Yeah, what were they? And again, like here's certain points.
This is what you're paying for on the Maximum on the Maximum series. Look, it is what it is. Here's a problem. I'll probably buy it just to see it, but there's also another issue that I have with it, which is like the rubberish type of material that's around the chest. I own the Marvel Select Hulk, and it's very difficult to beat.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. In fact, I was just over there about 45 minutes before we did the show, and that and the Red Hulk were way more impressive than this. So let's hope they get back. Let's get the comments. Patty Austin, how you doing, Patty? Another great information packed show. Congrats on the new partnership. Thank you very much. Also, a channel member. Got to put that out. Crooked Smiles actually stated that it's very true. The Hulk is the wrong character for his line. We need a Black Panther and Moon Knight. I will agree with you. I think you could have got a little bit more accessories out of this. I don't think there's enough accessory for that. Professor Zoom is chiming in. When I finished tormenting Barry Allen, I saw. I like that little
Black Suit Spider-Man from Spider-Man 3 and
Spider-Man from Spider-Man 3 that looked lazy and rushed. Okay, and see the director. It's coming in as Hasbro being themselves, Maximum Profit Spider-Man, now Maximum Profit Hulk. Laughing out loud. Yeah, I thought the Spider-Man was good. I thought the Spider-Man was good.
that's probably the most well said I think anyone's ever put it.
Yes.
And here's the thing is like I will argue and justify the cost of the Maximum Spider-Man just because of what it comes with, and honestly, it's on par with like Mafex. But the Hulk,
Yeah, no, it's not. It's not on par with the Marvel Select version. I've seen both of them in hand, and it's just look, just because he can make you actually recut the butterfly areas, and he can actually clap his hands. I don't know about that. And Maximum Hulk is 80% the last 4 Hulks we've gotten. Shaking my head.
shaking my head.
Wow.
That
And you know what?
that is true.
Professor Zoom, I'm not going to argue with you. If you can go back and maybe, rewind time and go
Yeah.
back and help
If
them,
if
we,
you could just
we
go back
would
and
definitely,
rewind time and accidentally throw extra accessories in.
we definitely, and Crooked Smiles has this point on saying that he said if they were just wanting profit, they could have done a Deadpool Wolverine. Look, I'm surprised that they did not do Wolverine. I thought that was going to be the next one. I didn't expect Hulk. I just don't think he's Maximum though. I think he's if you want to release a new Hulk, fine. He's just not Maximum on my point. And then they had the Thunderbolts, Chet. And look, I
Here's my
sometimes the
problem.
movie line toys don't work.
This is my problem, and this is what I said when they were announcing it and we were driving.
Yeah.
I don't think you should keep doing 2-packs. Nobody cares. Like doing 2-packs is just like, in my opinion, I think it's petty.
Yeah.
I think you have to stop. Hey, but look, again, it's just an opinion. My opinion could be wrong. It very rarely ever is. I'm right about 100% of the time, give or take. But look, I just think 2-packs are like, I'll give you an example of why 2-packs are bad. When they did the new one with X-23
Oh, you're talking about the
and Warpath.
Warpath. Mhm.
Yeah, I don't want Warpath. I would have bought an X-23 figure. I don't want Warpath, especially knowing that Warpath was the old Red Guardian repainted. Or no, so Omega Red. So,
See, the director's going to ask, have you seen the early reviews of the Venom from the Gamers verse? How tall is that? Looks nice, but way too big. Is that what got me on that one? When I read,
he got you. You're like,
I'm going to read it all the way through because I already started. That's what she said, laughing out loud.
Yeah.
But you got me on that one. Pete.
Yeah, I've heard about it. I haven't gotten it yet, but I ordered it.
Well, again, I'm going to give look Marvel team. I give them always 8 or 9. I think they do a great job. Very knowledgeable players. Dwight and all of them over there are very knowledgeable. I think they did what they did. I think the execution of the figures. You're right. The 2-packs. Look, I think they do the 2-packs because they know that individually those characters are probably going to sit on the shelf. Maybe somebody might want one out of the two. That's kind of like, and I know Dark Moocher had the same problem where they did that on Star Wars Black Series pack, and he basically put up like, if somebody wants this extra figure, we'll trade. But I don't know. I thought, to have the new Black Widow and then the Red Guardian together, and then the movie versions. Look, I think every now and then they do a decent job with some of the movie characters, but you really the comic accurate versions of them are well. I think they did a really nice job on the Daredevil. I love the pics. I love they showed a little bit of the breakdown. That looked great. The staff, you can take like both of his staffs and put them into his area, and they demonstrated that well. And that was a full prototype they were showing us, and it looked really good. My problem was, again, I don't think anybody was asking for the Spider-Man 3 character in the black. I don't think anyone was asking for that. I could be wrong. And Maximum Hulk just did not nail it. And the Thunderbolts, I would have liked to see them do, like, if you're going to do the movie version, then do the Thunderbolts comic version with it. Give us an alternate, because I don't think people are going to, all the movie versions. Look, we were just in Ollie's and I saw the Wave of Wakanda that has still been just rolling in. When you say the movie's called Wakanda Forever, it's going to be at Ollie's forever. And I don't think the movie, and so also Shang-Chi, Doctor Strange, the movie packs don't do well. So I don't think this one is going to do too well. Also, Professor Zoom is chiming in on 2-packs. The 2-packs of movie Red Guardian and let me see. Oh, and Mama Widow is the perfect example of why we don't want them. And yeah, he's right. He's right. I was disappointed with the selection of characters, not by the team. But you were right, Chet. A mic check before you go on might really kind of help them, because it really kind of like you were really thinking about that more and more, because you couldn't quite hear them or something. It's like that just made it just more up to the front. And I think that's why people rag on them or something. You never know who's in charge of that or what they're doing. It's kind of cruel to say this might be the guys on the team. I just think that, Hasbro's not going to pay somebody to do their professional live stream unless it's a really big events.
Well, speaking of big events, we want to be respectful for the Sarlacc guys. However, for those of you just joining, we want to share with you what we were excited to announce at the Atlanta Toylanta convention. It was a big hit. And honestly, after we showed the video, it was most of the discussion. So, Mr. Alexander Storm,
Yes,
and
sir.
for everybody that hasn't seen this, please enjoy. This is our big announcement. It's what we've been working on for well over a year. It first premiered over on the Sarlacc Digest, but here it is for you guys. Enjoy.
Here, each one is different. Each one caters to a particular, segment of the collector community and everything. And here we go.
This is the track. This is the track to start along this new line.
I don't know if the audio works.
Well,
It does. Check it out.
hey, it works.
Alt 9 under our Garden teammate collaboration.
There are legends that roam the seven seas. Introducing a new line of highly detailed 1/12 scale action figures and creatures. 7 pirate factions clash for dominance over the 7 seas. And the dark secrets lurking beneath the waves. Treasure and glory await, but so do curses, monsters, and something far more sinister. Set sail for adventure. Face the unknown. Skull and Bones, Legends of the Seven Seas, from Vault 9.
I see you eating your beaver nuggets.
Oh man, I was enjoying it. I thought it was like a full-blown movie, man. Wait a minute. Great work, man.
So we announced our new Toyland, Skull and Bones, Legends of the Seven Seas. And as we move forward on production and art and design and prints and sculpting, we will be showing it here and on our other channels, Sarlacc Digest, along with probably even now Purple Gang Gang, because we're excited to be bringing them on to Bandito Radio 112 FM. And as Mr. Rad Chris says, if the After Dark special was a DVD, the bonus and behind the scenes footage would be next level, which is true. And if Chris was an English teacher, he would be fired for lack of grammar in that statement. And that's fine. Hey, yeah. And CS, the director, says, looks cool. Congrats. Thank you, sir. Much appreciated. Yeah, I think that's got to be a wrap for tonight. Yeah. Just because we got to get over to the Sarlacc guys.
I do.
Any final words?
Them. Yeah. Damn, these beaver nuggets are damn near addicted. That's all I got this week, bro.
That's it. Hey, well, we want to thank everyone, all 120,000 of you watching. We appreciate you. You came to the best. Now you can go see the rest. The scale is 1/12 scale. Yes, it is. It's 1/12 scale, and we have actual, we'll call them vehicles, and there is a bunch of hidden secrets in that trailer, by the way. So, yeah, it's 1/12 scale, and more to come on that. We're deciding the route that we want to go with there. It's highly possible that it will go to Kickstarter. However, that is something we're still working out. But we appreciate everyone, and thank you. We look forward to seeing you on Friday. As always, comment below what you want to see, what your topics you want to talk about. If you're a channel member, you could join and get into the Discord. Post it there. We want to remind everybody that you can email us. We have a segment called Fan Bags, so you can send whatever you want to send in. Professor Zoom, thank you. I appreciate you. Go back to that 25th century. Until next time. So hey, look, you don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. And remember, you always want to be chasing that plastic dragon, and don't tell your significant other, because I'm not going to get the blame for what happens after.